Today, the story of Donald Trump delaying tariffs on China for the second time has exploded across social media. He hasn't given a detailed explanation to the press, but this move might be the clearest signal yet that the U.S. is treading lightly around Beijing. America is heading into its most critical shopping season, Halloween then Christmas, a time when shelves groan with imported goods, much of it stamped "Made in China." Imposing tariffs now would send prices soaring and risk sparking public outrage. That's why Trump has extended the tariff pause another 90 days. It's a reminder that in the modern world, borders are no longer just lines on a map. They extend as far as your goods can travel, and the real power lies with the supplier. Think about it. In the past, nations defined their borders with visible markers, posts, fences, maps. You could see them, touch them, even fight over them. But today's definition of a border is far more subtle. Now, a country's border stretches as far as its goods can travel. When your nation depends on another's products to function, you've effectively let their influence cross into your territory without firing a shot. Picture it like this. A wealthy CEO lives in a lavish mansion. He has all the power, money, and prestige you could imagine. But his live-in housekeeper? She comes and goes as she pleases, has access to his most private spaces, and enjoys the comforts of the mansion even more than he does. Why? Because she's indispensable. She manages the household, keeps things running, and the CEO knows replacing her would be costly, disruptive, maybe even impossible. China plays that housekeeper role on a global scale. Decades ago, it stitched sneakers and sewed shirts for Western brands. Over time, it didn't just copy. It improved, added features, and built products so cheap and high quality that the US and Europe became addicted. Now, even if Washington wants to impose tariffs, it hesitates, because cutting off Chinese goods would hurt American consumers just as much, if not more, than it would hurt Beijing. And this dependency gives China a kind of soft power that's almost impossible to counter. No tanks, no aircraft carriers, no missile tests, just container ships, ports, and supply chains that extend its influence into every corner of the global economy. Here's where the quiet economic tension transforms into something much sharper: the race for technological dominance. For decades, America's true wealth has come not just from money, but from the innovation behind that money. Software, aerospace, semiconductors, biotech. That's the foundation of US power. But China isn't just catching up. In some areas, it's already ahead. From hypersonic missiles to AI platforms, Beijing has moved beyond imitation to innovation, creating systems that even the original inventors struggle to match. Think about it. When a Chinese knockoff handbag comes with anti-counterfeit tech more advanced than the authentic version, you know the game has changed. That's why Trump's second tariff delay isn't just about keeping Halloween candy cheap. It's about buying time. Time to manage a reality where punishing China economically might backfire, and where the only other card left to play is military pressure. Washington's new play is to stretch Beijing thin, push it into an arms race, force it to pour billions into defense so it can't keep turbocharging its economy. The faster China diverts resources into missiles and warships, the slower it can build factories and dominate markets. And that's why you're seeing the US step up arms sales to Taiwan, tighten alliances with the Philippines, and quietly prepare for the next front, one that's less about tariffs and more about deterrence. In the end, Trump's tariff delay is just a small move in a much bigger game. This isn't only about whether American shelves are stocked for Christmas. It's about a shifting balance of power where economic borders matter as much as physical ones. If the US can't slow China through trade, it will try to do it through strategy, alliances, military posturing, and forcing Beijing to play on multiple fronts. But that's a dangerous gamble, because while America can stretch China, it also risks stretching itself. So here's the question. In a world where the maid now owns half the house, can the landlord ever really be in control again? And if not, how does that reshape the rules for everyone else watching from the sidelines? If you were in Washington's shoes, would you keep delaying tariffs to buy peace? Or pull the trigger now, knowing it could start an economic firefight? Drop your thoughts.